Hey, what's up, guys? I'm BTC. Sombra has officially been announced. We got all of her information, her abilities, the lore. We got an awesome new trailer for her. And all of it kind of happened how a lot of us expected it to happen, that Sombra would basically hack into BlizzCon. But, you know, I was a little bit worried that there was going to be some pretty bad acting, like, on stage, but Blizzard actually handled it really well. What they did was they had, like, a video showing, like, all different stuff about how they were setting up Overwatch and getting the servers to run, and then they kind of, like, transitioned from that into the hack and then into the trailer. I was a little concerned that we were going to have to see some, like, really bad acting by some of the devs on stage or something, but they didn't do any of that. So they just, you know, showed the video, and then they went into the trailer, and the trailer was awesome. And we got all sorts of new info now. It's up on the Overwatch website. So let's get into all the good stuff. All right, so Sombra is an offense character, which comes as a surprise. I was really thinking she was going to probably be defense or maybe even support. She is a 3-star difficulty, meaning this is going to be a difficult character to master. And it says, stealth and debilitating attacks make Sombra a powerful infiltrator. Her hacking can disrupt her enemies, ensuring they're easier to take out, while her EMP provides the upper hand against multiple foes at once. Sombra's ability to translocate and camouflage herself makes her a hard target to pin down. Alright, so let's quickly start with her biography. Her real name is unknown. Age 30, occupation hacker, base of operations Dorado, Mexico, and affiliation is Talon, and formerly was Los Muertos. Everything can be hacked, and everyone. So one of the world's most notorious hackers, Sombra, uses information to manipulate those in power. Long before she took up the alias, Sombra, unknown, was among the thousands of children who were left orphaned in the aftermath of the Omnic crisis. With much of her country's infrastructure destroyed, she survived by utilizing her natural gifts with hacking and computers. After Sombra was taken in by Mexico's Los Muertos gang, she aided it in its self-styled revolution against the government. Los Muertos believed that the rebuilding of Mexico had primarily benefited the rich and the influential, leaving behind those who were most in need of assistance. Following her many conquests, Sombra was supremely confident in her skills, but she was caught unprepared when she stumbled into the web of a global conspiracy, one that had also noticed her. With her security irreparably compromised, Unknown was forced to delete all traces of her identity and went into hiding. She later re-emerged as Sombra, upgraded and determined to find out the truth behind the conspiracy she had uncovered. Sombra launched an even more audacious string of hacks, and her exploits earned her no shortage of admirers, including Talon. She joined the organization's ranks and is believed to have contributed to its massive cyber attacks against corporations with strong ties to their governments. Those efforts incited a popular revolution in Mexico against Lumerico and breached the security of Volskaya Industries, the manufacturing arm of Russia's anti-Omnic defense. Now, there's an ability that's not mentioned on the website, and that's her passive. She has the ability to see enemies anywhere on the map if they are under a certain threshold of health. I believe it's 50% of their health. So just like how Widowmaker can see people with infrared, Sombra is able to see anyone who's under half health anywhere on the map. That is crazy, crazy good and gives you a massive peak advantage when you're trying to sneak up on someone. All right, let's talk about her weapons and abilities. Machine Pistol is her primary weapon. Sombra's fully automatic machine pistol fires in a short-range spread. I'm thinking it's probably going to be something similar to what Tracer has. Her first ability is called Hack. Sombra hacks enemies to temporarily stop them from using their abilities, or she can hack first aid kits to make them useless for her opponents. Now, the secondary ability of Hack, using it on a medkit, is kind of whatever, but using it on players is going to be incredibly powerful. Think about it, when you're trying to attack a point, and you use Hack on their Lucio, their Zenyatta, or even their Mercy, you completely shut down the ability to counter ult. So your teammates can then use their ultimates and like combo it up and do tons of damage. And normally you would have to worry about the Lucio using his ult in order to counter and absorb the damage, or maybe Zenyatta countering it with Transcendence, or even Mercy just simply rezzing everybody after the fact. But if you're able to shut down those ults, that's incredible. Her next ability is Thermoptic Camo. Sombra becomes invisible for a short period of time, during which her speed is boosted considerably. Attacking using offensive abilities or taking damage disables her camouflage. Now, this is not like a traditional stealth, because you're not really going to be able to use this as an escape mechanic, because if someone is shooting at you and you use this ability, it's instantly going to be canceled, because when you take damage on the next shot, you're going to be visible again. Also, you're not really going to be able to use this ability to break a choke point either, because usually the defenders are going to be constantly shooting at a choke point, and if you're trying to sneak through, again, as soon as you take damage, you're going to be revealed. So this is going to be more about positioning than escaping or breaking a choke point. So this is going to be like when you're already in an area, you can use this to kind of circle around and maybe attack the supports from behind. So this is actually going to require a lot more skill to use, again, because if you take any damage, it's going to break. Her next ability is Translocator. Sombra tosses out a Translocator beacon. She can instantly return to the beacon's location while it is active, including when it's in mid-flight. So this ability is good for two things. Positioning yourself in a good area, so you can actually use this to break a choke point. You can get through it by throwing the beacon past it, or you can use this as a way to escape a fight. So before the fight starts, you drop it down, and then you go and you engage, and as soon as you start taking too much damage, you can then teleport back to it. Kind of like how Tracer uses her rewind, but you get a little bit more control over where you're actually going to end up. Another use for this ability is to simply get somewhere faster. Depending on how quickly the beacon flies through the air, you could just throw it ahead of you while you're running forward, and then teleport to it as soon as it lands on wherever it's supposed to land. So think of it as a really long blink or a much faster Reaper teleport, basically. And Sombra's ultimate is EMP. Sombra discharges electromagnetic energy in a wide radius, destroying enemy barriers and shields, and hacking all opponents caught in the blast. This has potential to be a must-have ability for an attacking team. For a defensive team, maybe not so much, because for a defensive team, you know, if you use it to stop a push, okay, but then they can come back and they have their ultimates for the next one, and you don't. So for defense, maybe not the best, but for offense, I think this is going to be just unbelievably powerful, because when you go and you push onto a point and you ult, and then nobody else can use their abilities, nobody else can use their heals, their reses, you don't get a Lucio ult, there's no Zenyatta ult, nothing like that. All the shields go down. I mean, this has potential to be a must-have for any attacking team. I mean, this is just crazy, crazy good. They said that Sombra will be available for testing on the PTR soon. As soon as that is available, I will try out the character and upload some footage for you. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that. But that's going to be about it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. Share it with your friends. Remember, always, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.